former Heisman Trophy winner back in 2002.
Cardinals versus the Eagles, week 5 in the NFL. Big game for the Eagles right here, folks. Got a chance to go 4-1. The Arizona Cardinal offensive line is terrible. Carson Palmer's the most hit and most sacked quarterback. Those are their starters. Their guard won't be in there. Alex Boom, he hasn't practiced all week, and DJ Humphries is replaced by Wentz, I believe. So DJ Humphrey won't be playing. He's ruled out for the game. I looked at the injury reports. So he won't be playing in that game. So a big advantage for the Eagles defensive line to get great amount of pressure on Carson Palmer. The Arizona offense likes to go deep. Fletcher Cox won't be in. He's ruled out. So Bo Allen will take his spot. Nigel Bradham and Michael Kendricks playing out of their minds. Again, the secondary has to hold up again against a pretty good Arizona receiving crew. But if they can get pressure like that, it can negate the big plays down the field. Not even sacks, but just getting pressure, forcing Carson Palmer to release the ball when he doesn't want to. But I'll come in on the big plays and break everything down. So just go ahead and enjoy this video.
Nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain
You're about to see the Eagles starters right now with, I think they're going to keep doing this rotation with Chance Womack and Stefan Stepnotsky at the left guard. The Eagles, for my game plan, I really had to control the ball and control the time of possession. And you're not going to get a lot of running room against Arizona because they're really good against the run. One of the best run defending teams. You're about to see Arizona's starters. And a key starter that is out where the Eagles could take advantage is Marcus Golden, their best pass rusher with Chandler Jones. Kareem Hunt will be taking over his spot. So if I'm the Eagles, I would target him, run at his side, a lot of misdirection. Try to get that aggressive linebacker flowing. That's what I tried to do. Try to get their linebackers looking at one thing and throw something behind them. You see, they like to do a lot of zone blitzing, a lot of man blitzing. So if you could get Zach Ertz, matched up against these aggressive linebackers with play action, I think you could take advantage against their aggressive linebacker core.
You tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work.
Now Wentz on third down. And Jeffrey's got it. Now Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Defensively, my game plan was to show a lot of different looks to Carson Palmer. I didn't want him to sit on one thing, so I did a lot of man coverage, a lot of deep zone coverage, a lot of soft coverage, just giving them the underneath, but clogging up the passing lane with my linebackers, but sitting back with my corners, especially because you got corners that aren't your starters, they're backups, so you don't want them covering a lot man to man. And when I went man to man, I always had two safeties deep, basically covered two man, but I mixed it up with a couple of zone blitzes when I get them in third and long. And defensively, with my defensive line rotation, I would have, my NASCAR package, 3 defensive end, 1 defensive tackle. And I showed a lot of different looks with my defensive line to get pressure to help my secondary out. And that's what my defensive game plan was. And also to keep Larry Fitzgerald away from making big plays. So if he lined up in the slot, I would take the inside away and force him to go outside and use the out of bounds as an extra defender and bracket him, just clogging up the middle of the lane and forcing Arizona to go far to the outside where, the out of bounds can be an extra defender.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Now Palmer on third and long. Pressure comes and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And brought down, but not before.
No, I tend to stay away from those people.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. LeGarrette Blount. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big play there for the Eagles.
Like I said, part of the game plan was to get their linebackers to, catch them in aggressive looks right there. Ran the ball effectively a bit on that drive and got uh, Torrey Smith to run a pivot route, basically fakes to the inside and he bounces it back out. And he was just wide open and the linebackers bit on the play action, so it just gave a whole room out there for the receivers to work with. And that's what I, imagine the Eagles would do is try to get those aggressive linebackers flowing and throwing the ball behind them, getting them to bite on play action, just making them get real aggressive.
And he is knocked down from the side. Now they'll throw it with Palmer. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's brought to be third.
Arizona's offensive line is not good. They actually bit on that double fake A-gap blitz, and they all crashed to the middle, and that basically left Brandon Graham unblocked. That's why he just got a free, pass to Carson Palmer, and he just basically had to throw that before his receivers was even ready. So their offensive line is really bad, so the Eagles just got to get constant pressure to force, errant throws like that or possibly turnovers.
On the other side of midfield. On first down, it's Palmer. Palmer's hit, fumble. He loses the football. And now Palmer to throw on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. To throw, it's Wentz. Smith catches left side. They get 14 yards there at a first galore. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants, leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Wentz now to throw. And Jeffrey's got it.
On this play, Zach Ertz is basically running a clear, like he's going to clear everything underneath because he's going to take the safety in the corner deep just a bit, and it gives Aguilar just enough to work with underneath because you got to respect Zach Ertz. So that was just basically a cover 3 they was running, and they've been running that with the safety on that side a lot. So I said, let me run this a shallow crossing route by having Zach Ertz run deep so he can take the safety, and if they switch off, the corner will still be with them because they're both going to be guarding for that deep pass. So it gave me the underneath route, and I took it, and I got the first down out of it.
They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets it. 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Palmer. Stays on his feet. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives. Wentz. Jeffrey with a catch left side. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
On this particular play, I'm showing like I'm going to bring a blitz, but I back out in coverage, and I'm bracketing the tight end because they've been throwing that short route, and I've been giving it to him. So there, it was just a show something pre-snapped and show something else, and it got Carson Palmer, and he thought he was going to get the short route again, and Nigel Bradham made him pay. So hopefully he can do that in real life, but just a crazy play right here. I thought I got the first down, but I was just over the line of scrimmage. Crazy play by Carson Wentz. Just got his foot over the line of scrimmage, but end up having to settle for a field goal. But hopefully the Eagles score touchdowns and not field goal against this team. Even though with a bad offensive line, they still got wide receivers that can make big plays down the field.
Looking to throw on second down. Palmer. His throw incomplete. On 3rd down, Palmer. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got his man. It's Williams. And that one good for 16. To throw again, it's Palmer. Caught right side, Gresham.
Bruce Arians and the Cardinals started to make a couple of adjustments. They started to throw quicker routes, out routes, hook routes, basically taking what I was giving them. And right there, Rasul Douglas just over pursued it or just jumped it wrong, took a wrong angle, and it led to Josh Brown getting that play on the sideline. But they were just making a quick adjustment, just taking quick routes. Right here, I got caught up in the block. I meant to get back out there and take that away, but got caught up in the block, so it gave enough time for Carson Palmer to read that and get the touchdown. Right here, Corey Graham, I don't know why he played off so much, and I wanted him to play to the outside because I knew they were going to Larry, and I wanted to take that away. It was just bad technique by Corey Graham there, and they scored on a touchdown, so had to answer back to give myself a bit of a cushion, so I had to get a good drive going on this potential drive right here.
Now Wentz. Being chased out left. Wentz can pull it.
This right here was an important drive. I had to get first downs. Arizona was just doing a good job taking everything away, so Carson Wentz can run, and he has deceptive speed. Fumbled there, but luckily he went out of bounds. Forgot to press R1 to tuck that ball away, but I was close to the out of bounds, so I had no chance of being recovered by Arizona. But just that deceptive speed he got helped get a first down and continue to drive there. So this was just Carson Wentz being really in tune. If it's not there, just take it. And another run right here. This is just breaking the back of the Arizona Cardinals right here. This demoralizes defenses when you get them third and long, you cover everything up, and then you give up a big play. Right here, ran Nelson Aguilar underneath just by flooding the zones, making them back off, and he just came underneath on a drag route and caught it for a first down. Had to settle for a field goal, but hopefully the Eagles will score touchdowns in the actual game.
Too much this time. Down he goes. The rookie from Tennessee, Derek Barnett. Operating from the gun. Palmer. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to... Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked. 3 tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown.
Went for 2 here to make it a 2-point game. Nelson Aguilar came underneath. Basically somewhat of a pick play, but got some space there. Made a great catch. Pass interference on him, so, declined the penalty. Right here, I'm just giving up yards for time. Trading in yards for time. But the Eagles do have a little bit of a leaking problem in their secondary. They tend to give up points in the fourth quarter. In this game, I gave up 14 points in the fourth quarter. Got to fix that up in practice, but you just got to play lockdown. I know the game is pretty much in the bag, but for me, I just don't like giving up points like that. You want to play a complete game on the defensive side, and you just got to lock up and play some good defense. Because right here, they're going to run Larry Fitz on an out, a shallow out route, and Jalen Mills has to fade back deep because there's nothing threatening him in the flat. Just fade back deep, and you got to take that route or make that even a more difficult catch.
And the Eagles are going to recover, and that might be enough to put a bow on this one. And he'll give it here to his running back, and he's got the first.
Victory formation, my favorite formation, obviously. But this was a tough game. But in the actual game, how do I see it playing? I think the Eagles win this game in a close game. Arizona's defense is good enough to keep it close, but I just don't trust their offensive line. So I think the Eagles are going to get to Carson Palmer, probably get like 4 or 5 sacks, maybe a fumble and a pick. I think they disrupt the Cardinals. I don't think the Cardinals are going to be able to run the ball effectively. They might get a couple of nice bit of runs here and there, depending on the down and situation. But I like the Eagles to win this game 26-16. I think Eagles defensive line will give Carson Palmer a tough time. They'll have like 2 to 3 turnovers, and I like the Eagles at home against Arizona, so I got my Eagles winning. I try to give you the most realistic prediction video, what you're going to see on the TV. I hope you enjoy. Leave a like and always comment.